Hi guys, welcome back to Trekyards. I am Captain Foley.
In his command center, of all places. I'm Connor Collins. In my command center, of all places.
Command centers are also referred to as operation centers, bridges. Oh,
We like bridges on Trekyards, Stuart. We do.
we do, because they're in top. They're in charge of the ship, and we like the ships, so bridges are important.
Or this one's actually recessed.
It is, yes. I didn't
The
mean to
one
say
time.
I meant.
So, Stuart, you might have seen season 1, episode 10 of Prodigy. And you might have seen the last 30 seconds where they curveball us with a sequence which involves an alternate future comm badge and a Dauntless sort of. Check out yesterday's video for how it's not the same and yet the same, but not the same because it isn't, but it's similar. Well, before the exterior reveal, we get an interior reveal, which instantly, knowing interior as I do, clocked it was a Dauntless bridge, and I was like, no, you were not able to clock it because of the rather limited shots. But we're here to show you exactly how close they got and what that might tell us. Because, Stuart, how do you feel about seeing a Dauntless class variant as a future Starfleet help save Chakotay ship thing?
Well, taking away the fact that I hate the design, I'm going to say that it doesn't make a lot of sense, even in an alternate reality, because it was never really a real Federation ship. So the fact that they would even come close to the same design, because it was just some Arcturus guy in the Delta Quadrant that's like, I want to mess with Voyager crew. So it was his idea. It doesn't make sense. It hurts my brains. But it's alternate reality. It's all that cool stuff. So yay. And it's not the same. As if you watched our video from yesterday, there are a lot of differences, especially from the back.
Yeah, whereas for me, it's a clear story of this version of Voyager came back to the Alpha Quadrant whenever it did. We don't know when in their version of the timeline, and they say, hey, this ship we saw had a really fast drive and very so powerful for its size. Let's make a Starfleet version of it. That is this, which is fine, but to have such a close bridge is unnecessary. But obviously, if they change it, then we wouldn't tell what it was. But here is a shot, obviously, the new team, the new crew. This is the three of Chakotay's officers, the Trill, the Andorian, and the Tellarite, followed by Admiral Janeway with not as much grey as she does in Endgame, so it's not that far in the future, but it's post-Nemesis. There's our clue there. Here is, though, a shot of the back comparing, and we've got 3 shots in a minute. The Dauntless Bridge down below, and for someone who... It's the same, Stuart! It's the goddamn same!
Never liked this bridge either, for the record. But anyway, the back alcoves are cool. I really like that, but I hate the really bright lit walls on the side.
I think it's
Other
cool.
than that, it does it. Well, it's cool, but I don't like it. I don't know why you like this thing so much. Anyway,
Well,
they did a
the
good
episode
job.
is fantastic, though, which does help. It's a combination of many things all put together.
Yeah, the episode's good, but
But Stuart, fair to say, that's pretty identical. Well, no, hold on. I found one discrepancy. The one discrepancy I saw, in the Dauntless, that back top wall is 1 piece. In their Dauntless USS, it's 3 pieces. Oh, it's not it's not the same ship, so it's fine. But boy, attention to detail, to the point of it doesn't need to be the same because it's not the same ship. But wow. I even love as a person who's done a lot of 3D interiors now. I love when because this is a bigger standing. They built a new design for this. Normally in Voyager they reused the battle bridge, the other things. So when you see Prometheus, it's just a kit bash of the Nova, kit bash of This is it's actually different. But the railings are just from the Excelsior. So I see 100-year-old railings, which then they've now replicated for this version. So they're keeping the kit bash nature of it. Good job. Next view, though, is a more detailed view of the back. And again, it is the same. Mostly. Almost identical.
different color palette on the L cars.
Well, they're real L cars this time. Although the ones are trying to be real L cars. It's got the Prodigy weird bright colour L cars. You can say that. But it's
the light.
Same.
Yeah, the light at the top, definitely. Wow. And I love the little warp core graphic on the side there.
I mean, there's actually a lot of L cars based things in this. Yeah, that's a warp core, not a slipstream drive.
But the one beside it might be the slipstream drive reading. You don't even know, man. You don't know.
Hey, true. But it's not a very big ship, presumably. But it has got warp drive. And actually, in the other view, you can see 2 vague orthos. And yes, you can see the insanely big cutout, which sort of starts here, is legitimately a big cutout. And boy, that's...
Looks Looks like one of the speedboat shuttles.
It does, yeah, no, yeah, it does. Yeah, I don't think I like it.
The front view's awful, by the way. I just hate that. Ugh.
Because this is such a well balanced design, and that they just slice the back by like 50%. Bit weird. I'll accept it. Bit weird. Hey, the tail light is great though.
Go watch our video from yesterday comparing the ship. We should have talked about this a little bit in there. So this is like part 2.
Well, it is part 2 anyway.
I know, but this is what the...
Part of it, Stuart, is we explore, we discover in these videos. I make the graphics and we see what happens when we film it.
But yeah, we're talking about the bridge layout. The first thing you see is the panel that she has, and there's a pan across. And at first I thought, for some reason, my brain clocked Prometheus bridge. So it's a Prometheus. That'd be kind of cool. Still not my favorite design, but I don't know why I thought Prometheus when I saw that.
Well, you got excited because you saw future-looking Starfleet aesthetic. And in fairness, that is a very white bridge, although no bridge has big, giant, light walls. That's extremely unique.
It's the volume. They can put whatever they want on there. It can all be a view screen.
But yes, so this picture has a combined side-by-side of the side panels and the front panel. It's really good again. I mean, they've got one more LCARs than the original Arcturus, which I guess they decided to ignore that panel. But the grills are there. The Tuvok station, it has that curved, which I completely forgot it had curved LCARs. Kind of implied, but more advanced. Yeah, it has curved LCARs exactly as it should be. You can tell exactly what it is. It's very pleasing how close it is. Which again is confusing because why would they replicate an exact alien ship in the bridge? The exterior I can get, I mean, it has to look a certain way, but this level of detail for the interior, unless this is truly from an alternate reality where Starfleet designed it. Arcturus was the smartest guy ever. He designed a conceptual Starfleet ship. So maybe in this reality, there was no original Dauntless. There was just, they came up with it on their own. This is that. It's that timeline. Who knows?
Explain the differences for sure. I think the differences are there for a reason. So it's the same name. There should have been a different name, like USS Courageous or something similar to Dauntless, but...
Or like Dauntless B, if you really want to go with it, be like, oh, out of respect for the technology, they said eh. Or I noticed, and I will talk about it in another episode, but she's got gloves on. Color-coded gloves, fingerless gloves.
She's got like biker gloves. I'm looking at my my screen caps actually, and there's a pan of her turning her head, and you see the console beside her. And yeah, compared to the shot we got of the front of the bridge from that first picture, you can really see the similarities. And it's a really beautifully laid out LCARs, like very vibrant as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely more LCARs than the Prodigy one. Although I still don't like how many primary colors have kind of just gone. They've thrown everything at the wall.
Well, it's impressive, I gotta say. It was nice to see, for sure. It was a nice surprise. I'm still not a fan of the design or the bridge, but hey. It's what it's supposed to be. It looks like how it's supposed to look. So.
Whereas my brain, I instantly knew the connect. I felt the proportions were right. I was like, oh, they've done a thing.
Yeah, when I first saw that it's Dauntless, I'm like, oh, Samuel's gonna love this. So...
I mean, it's definitely a bold choice by the producers, and to actually make, because all of the shows currently, except the two best ones, Lotus and Prodigy, they need to reinvent the wheel as they are using a car. Whereas if they faithfully recreate the Dauntless bridge, it's like, well, damn, like seeing it again for the first time in 25 years is so refreshing, and opens up a billion questions to those that are eagle-eyed enough to realize. But that's the whole point of this thing. New uniforms, new Janeway, new comm badge, as in concept to the time, and everything about it is different and new. Cool! Let's see where they go.
So, guys, did you realize that the bridge was so similar? Let us know in the comments.
Please let us know. Yeah, let us know what you think.
Tell us if you like it. If you don't like it, let us know. And whether you noticed it or not. Also, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell icon so you don't miss any videos from us, including lives. And like I said, go back and watch the one from yesterday if you've missed it. If you haven't missed it, congratulations on watching part 2.
Yeah, makes sense. And if you want to support what we do directly, these comparison graphics, etc., we put time and effort into them, and we love doing them because you get that, oh, it's the same, which you can only get with this sort of content. So if you want to support...
It even surprises us sometimes.
Very much so. Then please support us on Patreon if you can. It's a monthly service, or join the channel on YouTube. It's the join button. Same thing as Patreon, just a little bit different, but still very similar. All the super chats on those lives are mega important. They help pull the conversation in one way or the other, and it's great to have a direct voice and communication heard, or one time at trekyards.hotmail.com. That is the PayPal, or in a similar one-way vein, you can buy merch down below, and it's just fun to see it get and be out there. You know, a Trekyard show in the wild is really fun.
And on that note, guys, until next time, he is Commander Cockins.
He is Captain Foley.
We'll see you guys soon.
Bye, everyone.